sure. Yeah, Lofton. I mean, I've definitely not hidden. I think he's the best player on the team. So, and it's funny whenever I say that, people like I can't believe he keeps just glossing over Mauanoa. I don't care that he's an offensive lineman. Like you can't. I'm sorry, D, and I understand that you see this stuff in practice, but like I love Lofton, and I'm not saying he's not one of the top 2 or 3 players on the team, but Mauanoa is an all-American type tackle who's going to be a top 10 to 15 pick. Like I have to see it. Still have to see it from Lofton. I get it. Like we saw some flashes last year, but I can't just say that just because Mauanoa is not getting the ball, his impact on this team and part of the big culture change, I believe. I'm an offensive line guy.
I get what both of you guys are saying. I think in terms of doing your job and excelling at your job, I think that's a prism that T-Money is looking at this through. That being said, Pete can still be well within his right to disagree when we're talking about a guy that's projected to go top 10 in next year's NFL draft.
No doubt. He's the best prospect on the team. I'm not debating that part of it. And he's a great player, impactful player. But Pete, I'm telling you, you talk to staffers, float what I'm saying and see how they react, because people that are around the program, I've asked them, like, am I crazy saying this?
My thing is, like, what,
no,
then
right.
what? I get it, but then, I mean, you would have thought that he would have been a bigger part of the game plan.
I think he had Elijah for a freshman. He had a role carved out for him on the team, and he had some big moments. And now he's slotted basically T1. Is it CC or Lofton?
I mean, until he plays more, he's gonna.
Has Bain done enough this spring to creep back into that conversation? Because it's pretty crazy to me that we're having a conversation about who the best football player on the team is, and we're going with Lofton ahead of Bain.
He's in the conversation. You know, Carson Beck is going to factor in too. And you talk about prospects. Carson Beck could be the first one of all these guys picked if he has a good season. He probably has the most production out of all these guys in the can against good competition. As far as best player, certainly Mauanoa, Bain, Carson Beck will be in that mix. I think the running backs will have a say in that one. I would throw as a wild card. If you were going to go crazy about this one, Markel Bell. A lot of again, things I'm saying.
That would be a huge testament to their development, even though, I mean, you want to talk about like God-given gifts.
And people get so mad. Listen, Mauanoa is ahead of him right now. He's been better on film. He's a higher prospect right now.
But they're both starters.
And they're both starters. But when the fact that I even mentioned Markel Bell in that sense, we're like, oh, you're crazy. But what I would propose to those people to look at is Carson Beck is right-handed. Cam Ward is right-handed. Who lines up at left tackle?
Yep.
So, and these guys are multi-million-dollar quarterbacks at the college level. So, you know, there's a lot of faith in Markel Bell. He is emerging a ton. He's a great worker. Mauanoa is a great worker. I think both of those guys, I think it's the best tackle duo in the country, period. So that's a good place to start when you're building a team. Just don't sleep on Lofton. Here's what my last thing on Lofton. We talk
I don't think people are sleeping on Lofton. You're saying he's the best player on the team.
I and many others
You're
who
a smoke detector that goes off at 2 a.m. in the morning.
I need to talk
about Lofton.